So, Eric here. Well, Eric, you share about what's it like about esports and what
Okay, and good evening everybody, and my name is Eric. Hi! And today I'm going to share about esports. Okay, and when thinking about esports, what's your first mind of it? Maybe some people will think that this is just a computer game. And why do some boys can even have gained a lot of joy and happiness when playing computer games? And also maybe they will think like, why there are such people like to watch people playing video games? So maybe some people will think that this is strange, but actually I have to say that there are so many people who are crazy about esports. And so today I'm going to talk about why esports become important and popular in modern life. So first, of course, esports is interesting enough to attract many audiences. And not only boys, also a lot of girls like to watch esports around the world. And second is, since there are so many audiences, so some companies want to show off their brands to the board. So there are some sponsors, some teams, and some organizations of esports. And the third is because there are many audiences and companies, so they can sell a lot of tickets and some products. So they will earn a lot of money, so they can get a lot of profit of it. But I think the most important of the esports is the competition. Between the players are dedicated in playing every games, and then the fans of the pro players they will cheer for the players to win. So I think that the spirit and the spirit I think is the same as sports. Yes, that the players will pursue for the victories, and the fans, the supporters will hope that their team will win, and then every audiences will rally together more, and then maybe we can discuss the game after the game. So, but some people may misunderstanding like that's very different from sports athletes. Athletes, because they maybe like sports athletes have put so many efforts on it, and they spend a lot of time for training, and then maybe they have risks from getting injured. But esports players are just like sitting in front of a computer and then play computer games, and they will think that playing games is not difficult. It's just but actually, if you have this kind of mind, I have to say that you are wrong, because what you see is just from us, because we are just amateur and we are like normal person. Of course, we play League of Legends or some other games for fun, but when it comes to profession, this is a totally different thing. So I think the first thing is the threshold of which means that the gap is so huge to become a professional player, and then the door is narrow if you want to enter the professional field. And because it depends on your talent and sometimes your perseverance, because being a professional player the pressure is very huge, and I'm going to explain why. I will give you some concrete examples. And the first is training time. And you can see that there's a schedule of professional players. And although the word is small and it's written in simple Chinese, and I can say that we are students, so we like working like about 8 hours a day, and we have weekends. But for them, their training time is at least 11 hours a day. And maybe in some regions like Korea, they train more. Maybe they will train like 14 to 16 hours per day. And maybe they will have to train for months, and so their daily schedule is very hectic. And for us, playing games is just for fun, but then are different, because they have to review every game they played, and then they need to scan every moment they played, and they have to pick up what they did wrong and what they can do better, even if it is a small error of it. They have to like feed into the details to find out where did I do wrong and what can I do better. And I think the third one is their attitude. And for us it's just play games. But for them, this is not just a game, it's their obligation and jobs. So what they have to do is to play every game well and win the games. And then, but if they didn't perform well, or if they lose, they will blame themselves that I didn't play well, and maybe they will be sorry for their teams and their teammates and also their fans. So they cannot hide their emotions by crying. So here's the example of it. This is called, this person is called Nisky, I think. And this is called Faker, and because they all lose, and okay, this happened just like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he thinks that he didn't perform well, and then when they review the game, and he just burst into tears that I didn't do well. So you can see that there's a lot of pressure on it. And this is Faker, and he just loses his championship like 4 years ago. I feel a lot sorry about this, but I hope that today, this year, he can win the championship. So let's cheer for Faker. The second one is everyone has a dream, and their dream is to reach their goal, to win the triumph and honor and glory to become a championship. So I think everyone has a different dream, but we have want to reach the goal. The last time. So I think my conclusion is, I think we should respect the pro players because they have dedicated on so many efforts and spend a lot of time. But some people will misunderstanding that playing games is just for fun. And the second is, it is a very enormous industry and it's a potential industry in the future because this will gain more profits and this will have more and more audiences. So I suggest that the governments or the corporations need to emphasize this problem, and then we should give the pro players more benefits and a better environment. So this is my today's sharing, and just cheer for Baker again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Well, I do consider esports as a sport too. After reading an autobiography of an esports player, it's really tough. So now is our next